Doctors reveal Kirk was poisoned. Someone close to him wanted him gone. Chapter 1. A sudden collapse. The grand ballroom of the Van Allen estate was alive with laughter, clinking glasses, and the soft hum of orchestral music. Kirk Van Allen, the wealthy and charismatic patriarch of the Van Allen family, stood at the center of it all, raising a toast to his latest business triumph. His sharp blue eyes scanned the room, lingering briefly on each of his family members, his devoted wife, Eleanor, his ambitious son, Richard, his free-spirited daughter, Sophia, and his trusted brother, Victor. Then, without warning, Kirk's glass slipped from his fingers, shattering on the marble floor. His face twisted in pain as he clutched his chest, gasping for air. The room erupted into chaos as he collapsed, his body convulsing violently before falling still. Chapter 2. A shocking diagnosis. The hospital was a blur of white coats and hushed whispers. Doctors worked frantically, running tests, administering medications, but Kirk remained unconscious. Finally, Dr. Evelyn Carter, the lead physician, pulled Eleanor aside. "Mrs. Van Allen," she said gravely, "your husband didn't suffer a heart attack. He was poisoned." Eleanor's hand flew to her mouth. "Poisoned? That's impossible. Who would?" "The toxin was administered recently," Dr. Carter continued. "Likely within the last few hours. And given the symptoms, it had to be someone who had close access to him." The implication was clear. Someone in Kirk's inner circle had tried to kill him. Chapter 3. A family at war. News of the poisoning spread like wildfire through the Van Allen mansion. Suspicion festered in every corner. Richard *, Kirk's eldest son, had been vocal about his disapproval of his father's latest business merger, one that would cut Richard out of millions. Sophia *, the rebellious daughter, had been caught forging checks from Kirk's account just weeks before. Victor *, Kirk's brother, had always lived in his shadow, quietly resenting Kirk's success. Even Eleanor *, the grieving wife, had recently taken out a massive life insurance policy on Kirk. Detective Marcus Holt was assigned to the case, and as he dug deeper, he uncovered a web of deceit, betrayal, and long-buried secrets. Chapter 4. The smoking glass. Forensics traced the poison back to Kirk's drink, a rare, slow-acting toxin that mimicked cardiac arrest. Only a handful of people had been near his glass that night. The butler *, who had served the champagne. Richard *, who had refilled Kirk's drink after a toast. Eleanor *, who had handed Kirk the glass with a kiss on the cheek. Then, a breakthrough. Security footage from a hidden camera in the study showed someone slipping a vial into Kirk's decanter earlier that evening. The figure was obscured, but the distinct cufflinks they wore matched a pair Victor had been gifted by Kirk himself. Chapter 5. A brother's betrayal. Confronted with the evidence, Victor initially denied everything, until Holt revealed they had found the empty poison vial in his private safe. "You were always the golden child," Victor spat, his voice trembling with rage. "Father loved you more. The business was yours. The fortune was yours. And now, even on your deathbed, the world still revolves around you." Kirk, weak but awake, stared at his brother in disbelief. All this, because of jealousy. Victor's silence was all the confirmation needed. Chapter 6. Justice served. Victor was arrested, but the damage was done. The Van Allen family would never be the same. Kirk survived, but his trust was shattered. Richard took over the business, Sophia disappeared to Europe, and Eleanor filed for divorce. As for Kirk, he sold the mansion, donated half his fortune to charity, and vanished from the public eye, leaving behind only one cryptic note. "Money can't buy loyalty, and sometimes, the ones closest to you are the most dangerous of all." Epilogue. The truth unfolds. Years later, a journalist investigating the case uncovered a shocking twist. Victor hadn't acted alone. Sophia had secretly supplied the poison. Richard had doctored the security footage to frame Victor. And Eleanor, she had known all along. The real mastermind behind Kirk's poisoning wasn't just one person, it was the entire family. And somewhere, in the shadows, Kirk Van Allen smiled. Because revenge, after all, was a dish best served cold.